New Money Fight Club. I'm here with Bear Fiorda, amazing MMA fighter and color commentator extraordinaire. So you called the fights tonight here at SparStar. How'd it go?
I thought this is one of the best cards SparStar's ever had. This was fantastic. The energy was high the whole time, especially being the first Pro-Am card. Probably a little bit of nerves on the stake. A lot at stake here, I'm trying to say. Thinking like, how's it gonna go? How's the audience gonna receive it? It was fantastic. I thought everything went super well.
Was it working with Joe? I know you've called fights with Joe before, and then you had Ike Catcher for the first time. How'd the three of you work together? Pretty well?
Yeah, you know, Ike was a little bit nervous going his first time, but he's got such a fantastic personality that having his experience as a fighter, his experience throwing the body through his weightlifting and his years of doing that, and then just having a great personality and communicating, it worked out very well, very easy to kind of link up with the both of them. And as you said, I've been commentating with Joe now for, goodness, 2 years. I've done at least half a dozen fights together, so I'm very well adjusted to how he likes to speak and his cadence when he talks.
He speaks very highly of you too. He said you really know your stuff because you train so much.
Yeah, I train, goodness sake, it's most of my life now is training. So I'm training out of town from where I live 4 to 5 days a week. I spend the next day and a half in home training, but it's at least 6 to 8 hours every day of my life.
So you're going to be competing again soon? When can we see you in the cage?
So you'll see me in the cage actually November 1st through the 9th. I'm going to go compete at the IMMAF Adult Worlds competition in Uzbekistan. And it's a multi-day kind of tournament style. You win or lose, but if you're physically able, you'll keep going. I think at least for 2 fights, but if you keep winning, you can keep going up in the ranks, keep continuing up. But that's a 9-day event. I don't think we'll be there every single day. We might fly back home a little bit early. But other than that, I don't think I have anything lined up between then and July, which is a whole nother event that Joe Stevenson is putting on in July. It's a big fight night. He's gonna come back for a fight. Dan Hendo's gonna come back for a fight. I don't know if I'm allowed to say with who yet, so I can't drop that yet.
I've heard whispers of who it might be, but yeah, you don't want to miss that. That's interesting. You're going to fight for Team USA. We actually just came back from the Pan American Games with Team USA in Mexico. The competition is pretty fierce, and I can imagine when you go over there, you get those Eastern European wrestlers and, you know.
No, I feel it too. And everyone's telling me Uzbekistan, they love to box. I'm thinking to myself, we're going to Eastern Europe. They're going to wrestle the life out of me. I'm going to feel like a sponge after you squeezed everything out of it post-fight. But yeah, you know, we came off a great win, 9 gold medals in the Pan American. So I'm looking forward to keeping that momentum going. I think it's only going to be 2 or 3 of us being able to go over there for the adults trials, but I want to come back with every single person having one.
What's that going to mean for you as an MMA fighter getting to fight for your country? You know, you fight on local shows and things like that, maybe some bigger shows later this year.
Right.
But yeah, you're going to go there and fight for your nation. You know, that's a special thing not a lot of fighters get to do.
You know, when I fight, I tend to, people think it's a very selfish sport, but it's not. I run a nonprofit where I teach people martial arts for free. So when I go and fight, I fight for those kids. I show them that you don't have to be afraid to step in there and either put yourself to the test, or if you have to defend yourself, you know you can. And this is a great way to test yourself. And I like to show them, don't be afraid. Now I get to do that for every child. I do it for every person who ever was afraid, never wanted to defend themselves. Maybe they're being bullied. I can show them, hey, you can be greater than that. You can be strong, and I get to go across the world and I get to show them that I can represent the country well, and that they too can be a great fighter or a great whatever if they have the confidence in themselves.
Fantastic. Bear, shout out your socials for everyone so they can follow you.
Absolutely. I keep it simple. It's Bear, like the animal, Fiorda. It is everywhere. There's no deviation, no periods, commas, exclamation marks. It is like that, lowercase most of the time.
All right, Bear Fiorda, thank you so much for taking the time. It was a pleasure having you call the fights tonight, and we'll be seeing you again soon, I'm pretty sure. All right, New Money Fight Club. We're out with Bear Fiorda.